Hello everyone. So today I'm going to do a bit of a refactoring into the project. So the reason is this. Yesterday we were working on this details panel for weapons to show details of each weapon when we are in the inventory mode. We haven't implemented that yet. Let me show you. This is where I wanted to put it. When I hover over these icons, I need to show details of each weapon. So while I am doing that, while I was thinking about it, I ran into a little problem. The problem is, let me explain. So my weapons, or basically items, are defined here in these items, and PP item base. So this is the base class for all the items that includes weapons, helmets, shields, etc. And here I have directly created variables for item name, damage radius, damage, gameplay effects, stun effects, item types, everything is created as variables for these items. And I have put values for each of these variables in individual subclasses that represents helmets, weapons, great sword, armors, everything. So here, for example, if I go to this helmet, I have the weapon name. I actually haven't initialized it, but I should have. So here you see I have put all the values there. And in addition to that, I have collectible gameplay abilities also for each item type here. For example, this 𝐂𝐴 collect sword. Here also I have some values. If I go to the class defaults, here you can see this collectible items icon is defined here, and granted abilities are defined here. Gameplay Q tag, everything is defined here. And I have defined a number of collectible gameplay abilities for each type of items as well. So this is not a really good architecture for the game. So now that I want to show details about this item, there is no single place that I can access all those items. They are scattered across multiple different blueprints and classes. So I thought of consolidating all these values, all these variables, read-only variables that I have defined here and here into a single data table that I can access with the ID that represents each item, each inventory item. So actually that's the way I should have implemented from the beginning, but at the beginning I was more focused on learning and studying gameplay ability system rather than properly architecturing the project. So better late than never. Let's do that now. All right. And yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. And before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from the Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can access everything without any limits. To the date, there are over 2000 videos. For each video, project files are available here. And in this playlist, you can watch all the episodes of this series where I have implemented everything from scratch and explained everything from scratch. So you can follow these episodes and implement everything that you see in this project by yourself. I'll leave the link to the full playlist also in the description below. Right, now let's get back to today's episode. Okay, so the first thing that I should do before creating a data table is creating a structure to hold data of items. So here, let's create a structure, blueprint structure. Let's call it S item data. Okay. So here you can see in the item base, I have a weapon class, item tag, item name. So maybe we should start with a more structured manner. So the all the items, regardless of if it is a weapon or a helmet or a shield, it will have a name. So maybe we should have a different structure that I can use here to define common properties. So let's create another structure. S item common properties, and within this I'll add name. This could be a string. Let's go with a string because I have used a string here as well. And description. And all the items should have an icon, but I don't have an icon here. But I do have an icon in this collectible. So this is actually a image. It's in the parent. Yeah, it's a texture 2D. So this, let's add icon and texture 2D. Now it might be a good idea to make this a soft object reference instead of a direct texture. That is better for memory. As you can see in the tooltip, path to an instanced object type texture 2D which may not be loaded can be used asynchronously and load the assets. So even if I reference this structure somewhere, unless I need to use that, the texture will not be loaded. So let's make it a soft object reference. Okay, maybe this item type, which is either unarmed, sword, shield. This also should be a part of common properties. Term type. What's the type here? E items, okay. So, and let's set some default values. Item name, item description. What should be the default icon? Let's put something generic here. Maybe this crest. Item type, yeah, unarmed. That should be fine. Okay, now in this item data, I name this common properties and set the variable type to S item common properties. Okay, now here we have a different one variable that holds all the common properties of the item. And the next thing would be, if I check the item base, I have this damage radius, damage, heavy damage gameplay effect, and light damage gameplay effect. So these are actually things related to weapons. So we might need another structure called weapon properties. Let's check the collectability as well. Here we have, yeah, granted abilities, applied gameplay effects, So go back here, another blueprint structure as weapon properties. So we need damage radius and heavy damage gameplay effect, light damage gameplay effect, and stun gameplay effect. Plot GE heavy damage. This is a gameplay effect. Yeah, it's just a gameplay effect. Class reference. Should this be a subclass reference? Maybe, yeah. GE light damage. Oh, I have used GE damage heavy, GE damage light. So maybe we should follow the same convention. That should make things easier when I actually replace the variables with the properties extracted from these structures. GE damage heavy. Light. And the other one is stun effect. But why am I not using GE? Let's call GE stun. Oh, and this weapon class. Weapon class. I'll move it to the top. Alright, now default values. Weapon class, maybe left hand is okay. Damage radius, what's the default value? It's 80. 80. And damage heavy. GE damage sword heavy. Can I copy this? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Now I'll add this S weapon properties also into S item data. Let's call it weapon properties. And the other thing is this things that we need when we collect this item. That would be this gameplay effect and grounded abilities. So let's add another structure. Print structure S collectible properties. Okay. Now I go here. I have the collectible actor class. I am actually not sure if I should put this into the collectible properties because this might be something that should go in the common properties. I'm not sure yet, so I just ignore that for now. And let's add this gameplay queue. So this is collectible gameplay queue that we use when we collect the item. So Copy that. Display. And this is a gameplay tag. Let's call it. And maybe we don't need a collectible prefix because this is already within collectible properties. Next, collectible gameplay effect. So this would be the gameplay effect that is applied when we collect the weapon. Type is gameplay effect. Maybe a subclass reference instead of a class reference. And granted abilities. These are gameplay abilities. Yeah. And the other thing is applied gameplay effects. There is a difference between these applied gameplay effects and this one. This is specifically for the collection part. Gameplay effect, soft class. And we already have the icon in the common properties, and I don't think we need to integrate these tags also into a table, at least for now. So I will leave them as it is. All right, so what about default values? Maybe leaving them as none should be fine, at least for now. Let's see. Let's copy this. Well, because we are using the same gameplay queue that has the particle effect and the sound for pretty much all the collectibles. So this could be the default value. And gameplay effect. This will change from item to item. So I will leave them as none. Now go back here, item data. Collectible properties. Let's collectible properties. Okay, save. All right, now let's go to our data table folder and let's create a new data table. Where is the data table? Here. And I will choose S item data as the row structure. DT item data. Okay, let's add one row. Now here you see, let's do this for the for the sword as an example. I'll use the name of the blueprint as the name. Okay, and name the name of this. Oh, you have a name. Okay, that's fine. These swords have names, so I'll name this one just steel sword. Most basic sword you may find in the world. And the icon, I should have some icon for this already. That should be here. This one. One-handed sword. Let's put it here. And weapon properties. Item type. Sword. Oh, weapon properties. Actually, I don't need a name. Oh, why is this? Okay, I think I have. Oh, this is both common properties. This should be as weapon properties. Yeah, now it's correct. And these default values are actually correct for the sword. Can check it. Yeah, damage radius 80, and these are the values for these effects. Okay, stun. Should I use stun heavy? Yeah, it's using stun heavy. Okay, collectible properties. Now for this, let's go here. Class defaults. Q tag is correct. Gameplay effect. This one. And here, granted abilities. Let me just copy that. Oh, actually, this should be an array. So collectible properties, granted abilities should be an array. So I don't think I can paste it. Oh, I can. Great. Applied gameplay effects. This is empty. All right. So now in this way, so this is only for BP sword. I need to add entries for all the weapons, all the items that I have in my game. That means all the items that I have, where? Here, PP items folder. These armors, swords, helmets, shoes, everything. So I'm not going to do that while recording. I will do that offline. And next time, let's look into how to use this data table instead of these independent variables within the systems that we have already worked on. So we may have to refactor many blueprints, but let's do that step by step in upcoming episodes. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And also updated project files I will upload into the Patreon page. And yeah, see you in the next episode. Goodbye.